everybody, it's JB Quick Coach, and today I just wanted to do another quick video about some coaching strategies that I want to share with you, and they are coaching on self-efficacy. Now, self-efficacy kind of refers to the confidence that the person has in their ability to change the behavior and achieve their goals. It kind of had their earliest beginnings with Mr. Miller and Dollard, and they worked on a lot of motivational interviewing type strategies. And then later, a fellow by the name of Mr. Bandura, Dr. Bandura, took over, and he identified four main sources of self-efficacy, and those are the ones I want to share with you today. So number one is mastery experiences, and what those are, that's when an individual is more inclined to attempt a task if they believe they will be successful. So for example, if somebody if they feel like they're going to succeed at quitting, then they likely will be more successful at doing so. So the successful experiences will help to increase the person's confidence or self-efficacy, and negative experience or failures will decrease it. So it's kind of, if you think of mastery experiences as I've done it. Now, what the coach can do is select interventions or action steps that would result in greater success for the person. So has the person made reference to positive past experiences with respect to quitting smoking? And if so, ensure you maximize those experiences. Maybe they want to set up things in the same way. Set them up to succeed by selecting reasonable goals, goals that are attainable, goals that can be realized in a short period of time before you see them again. And goal setting and action planning can also encourage mastery. Individuals can be encouraged to develop action plans that are personally relevant to them in order to achieve a greater likelihood of success. So, for example, make them tell you specifically what they're going to do, or specifically how many cigarettes they're going to decrease by, let's say. Tell them to get them to tell you specifically how they're going to distract themselves. So not for them to say, I'll just distract myself from smoking. You want to know specifics. The second type of self-efficacy theory is modeling and vicarious experience. So individuals are observing other people that are quitting smoking perhaps, and they observe these people performing similar tasks, and that can have a powerful effect. This works especially well in group sessions. So in other words, they're thinking, if they can do it, if that person can quit, then I can do it too. And the person would need to see his or her peer or model as similar to himself or herself. So they might be picturing, if there's another person in the group session, it might be another woman if they're a woman. It might be another woman who deals with a lot of stress. So they might be drawing some parallels, and then they're saying, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too. The coaching strategy here is, first of all, determine if the person is comfortable with group situations for learning. Not all individuals are. And are there some individuals who have peers undergoing similar experiences? So draw the connections, draw out what might be linking these people together so that they can model each other's experience. The third self-efficacy theory is interpretation of physiological signs. So this refers to how persons interpret things like sweaty palms before an oral presentation, or if the person has low confidence, they will interpret this as a sign of their own capability, so which further compromises their confidence in turn. So if they're thinking, or if their body's reacting in a way that tells them, I can't do this, I'm too nervous, versus this is important to me, I can get through this, there's a huge difference there. And so we want the positive things to be going through their mind. So as soon as somebody says, I'll try, or I know it's going to be hard, you have to try to turn that around to get them to think the opposite. This is me, this is so important to me. I'm going to get through this. I can do this. I've done other hard things in my life. Now, the coaching strategy, those physiological signs such as sweaty palms, a jittery voice, some nervousness, needing to have a smoke, can point to circumstances that make the person uncomfortable. So if someone knows that he smokes more when he is out drinking with his buddies, helping persons identify situations that trigger these behaviors can help them to avoid these circumstances. So identifying triggers can be a key thing in making someone successful in this area of self-efficacy. And the fourth self-efficacy theory is use of specific feedback to highlight personal capability. So when persons are engaging in behavior change practices, quitting smoking or sticking to their diet, increasing physical activity, whatever it is, these behaviors should be commended and acknowledged as often as possible. And how and what we say to persons can have a really powerful impact. So feel free to say to someone, you've done a great job. So even if they haven't quite met their goals, if they've reduced by 5 cigarettes a day or whatever it is, you've done a great job. Ensure that the smallest attempts are recognized and supported, and that they realize it too, and that they realize that they're making progress. You could use visual charts that show the changes achieved. It could be a decrease in blood pressure even, or maybe they feel like they breathe easier now that they've quit. Reflect on specific actions they are participating in or have done to achieve these changes. So it could be even, not smoking in their home or not smoking in the car. These are huge, huge provider strategies. So in closing, I just want to leave this thought with you, because it's all about self-efficacy, or coaching our clients through self-efficacy and building their confidence. But what people think, believe, and feel affects how they behave. And that's so true. Thanks for joining me.